to even present this to the envoys that anybody was going to think this was a good idea. It is that bad of an idea. It's absolutely garbage.
Drama in Marvel Strike Force. Surprise. Yeah. We got some retractions from Scopely. We got MobileGamer quitting the Envoy program. And I got my brother MobileGamer here to discuss it. If you're ready for it, MobileGamer, let him know what to do.
Let's go quit it. I don't know.
Yeah. And boom! Welcome to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is MobileGamer in a much better mood than yesterday. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I am doing good, and I did not know that what was in that blog post yesterday was going to cause such a heated debate in the community. Now, I first heard about this about a week and a half ago, that they're just removing the charts from the blog post, and I assumed it had a lot to do with all the inaccuracies, and I think that's how it was presented on the Envoy call that you guys were on. But for about 2 months, every single week, and the blog post comes out, the charts are wrong. I'm emailing Archangel. What is going on with this? These charts are wrong, and it's making me do all these bad videos, and then we have to correct it, and then we don't even, it doesn't matter because we don't know what the information is till it actually goes in the game. So I thought it was about that. You were on the call though. What was said on the call? And I'm not sure what you're able to discuss. So whatever you feel comfortable discussing and leaving out, what was said on the call?
I have a vague recollection of the call, but my recollection of the call was not what was in the blog post, and the blog post was very different than what I remember. I think there's two issues. There's the issue with, I feel like there's two separate issues, and we can talk about that. Where do you want to start with it?
All right, so what bring up the first one, then I'll give you my thoughts on it, because I thought this was related to all the inaccuracies, and what I thought was happening, and it was said very differently in the blog post, is the information would be delayed till the following week. That information would come out in a separate blog post. The envoys would get that information beforehand. It would go down blog post and everyone would receive it. That's how I thought it was going to work. I reread that statement. I don't think that's how it's going to work, and that's definitely not how it was presented in that blog post.
I've got it on the screen right here. It says going forward.
What was said in the blog post?
Yeah, going forward, event charts will no longer regularly be in the weekly blog and instead be presented by select content creators prior to an event going live. Be on the lookout next week for content creator videos showing off the events and the recommendations. So there's a couple issues, the inaccuracies and the timely distribution of the blog charts. Now, not everybody watches videos, not everybody watches YouTube. Some people use this information to do their own math. Some people do their own calculations. Some people watch non-envoys. There's a lot of different ways that information is distributed out to the public. So that was being, gate kept, right? Only certain people are going to get this information in advance. And secondly, there's going to be less eyeballs looking at these events, finding what the problems are. So the way that I look at this, and I know I come from a background of financial services, back in the day when I used to do that, and it was a long time ago, used to sell mutual funds. And when you bought a mutual fund, you got a prospectus, and a prospectus was usually pretty super thick.
Yeah.
Nobody read it. But the idea is this: somebody read it. You know what I mean? Somebody out there got the information and made sure it was accurate and nobody's getting scammed, and some lawyers looked at it. And so the distribution of the blog charts is kind of like that. I didn't always look at the blog charts in the blog post. I thought they were just there. I knew somebody else was going to do the math. And I was just kind of hoping that somebody else was going to take the time to look at it the same way with a mutual fund prospectus. I never read them. I just was kind of guessed that somebody read it somewhere, right? That is the main issue, is that they're basically, because of their inability to give out accurate information, as a punishment to the community, they were stripping that away from the Friday blog posts to give them more flexibility, less accountability. And
that's my problem. The less accountability is where I had the problem with it. And because I heard about this like a week and a half ago, all my rage was on Heartgrave, because he's the one that told me about the call. was like, this is so stupid. What are they doing? So I already was past my rage. And I thought it didn't matter because it's inaccurate anyway. It doesn't matter what's in the blog post.
Right.
We got to redo the calculations as soon as it goes live in the game because more often than not, I don't know, but it seems like more often than not that it's more inaccurate than it is accurate. So what point does the blog post have anyway? But there's other people that look at that and rely on that. That's what makes it important.
So this for me is a symptom of a bigger problem. This is an offshoot of the real problem. The real problem is the events are too fucking complicated.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy shit. You can edit that. Sorry.
Or not.
Or not. But holy moly, like none of this would be a real issue. They're intentionally trying to complicate the events because of FOMO to get people to spend. So, they're trying to conceal the true cost of the way the events work. And it doesn't need to be that way. If the game just operated in good faith and had simple, easy to understand events, that would solve two big problems. One, the math wouldn't be wrong because it would be simple and they would understand it themselves. Can you imagine an event that they understand themselves and they get the math correct? Holy, why is this such a complicated idea? We're complaining about inaccurate information, but maybe it's just too complicated. If they can't figure it out themselves, then it's way too complicated. And if they can't be bothered to publish it on a Friday, accurate information because it's too inconvenient and they need the flexibility and they don't want the accountability, maybe the events are too complicated.
I think they do this stuff at the last minute because there's been
many weeks.
Many weeks. I'm like, Archangel, where's the charts? Where's the chart? No, this is not right. There's this this is wrong. This is wrong. And it's like, I'm trying to get the information and like even when the blog post is published, sometimes he doesn't have all the information from the event designers. It's like they're doing stuff last minute, and that's kind of the problem with this. And complicated.
They need to hire or fire somebody if that's the case, because that's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Very true.
This game is expensive, and if they can't publish things on a normal timetable and they're doing it, then the people shouldn't have the job, or they need to hire more people. Probably need to do both. They probably need to fire the people that are doing this because they're not good at their jobs.
Now, you put out a video yesterday. As soon as the response on the blog post went out, you left the Envoy program. What is happening with that? Because Scopely kind of went back on a few things. They said the blog charts, they're going to be in the weekly blog post from now. There's a few things that they didn't take into consideration. Other players or other content creators that are not in the Envoy program. And if we look at the blog post, the charts are there now. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, though, that sentence about the charts not being there going forward is removed. So definitely your video and your response had a big impact. What is your take on this response to that video? Because this is definitely a response to the Envoy program video.
I don't know that it was just me. If it was just me, I don't know that they would listen. I think that there was outcry on Reddit. There was outcry on other Envoys. I think there was outcry on the player voice movement. I think it was a large percentage of players thought that this was a bad idea. So what am I supposed to do? Pat them on the back for doing the right thing and doing their jobs? What am I supposed to say about this? I mean, what am I supposed to say about it? Like, it's like, well, I don't understand how it even came to this. So, and, as far as me and Scopely, I'll probably have to make a separate video about it. There are a couple issues out there that you and I are both aware of that are upcoming that may or may not happen that I feel are beyond egregious. That's a big fancy word. Would you agree with would you agree with what I just said right there? There's things out there.
There's two major issues that you are upset about before all this stuff even happened.
There's
if those
other
go
things
down, that is going to be very, very bad. I would agree with you there. And I'm not breaking any NDAs. Those things are very bad.
I'm just going to put this out here. I would look like a fool if I came back to the program and let's say the next patch came out and these new things were implemented, Why would I do that? Like, why would I want to be a part of that, knowing that everybody gave them the exact same feedback, and they still go forward with the system? I want to talk about what the system is, because they'll sound like scumbags if the community knew the truth on the way that they think about the community and the player base and the systems that they're trying to implement. They're scumbags. I don't even know if they're good people over there based off what I thought. And if they're just going to implement those new systems, whether or not I come back or not, I'm not having it. I'm not going to look like a fool.
Yeah, I think the money people have always been that way. That I don't think the news that we've gotten, in the past few months has changed my opinion on that. I think I've always thought that way about them. They've always thought that way about us.
Yeah, implement your shitty system. I'll watch your game burn to the ground. Your game will burn to the ground. Like, let it burn. You're stupid if you think. I don't even know how somebody had the idea to even present this to the envoys, that anybody was going to think this was a good idea. It is that bad of an idea. It's absolutely garbage. So it's not just what they're doing with the blog posts. There are other things, and I want to get it resolved, or at least have some assurances. I do think that the Envoy program is different than. Let's talk about it. We talked a little bit about the Envoy program.
What is the Envoy program to you?
I feel like the primary purpose of the Envoy program is to provide accurate information to you and I, to make our videos as accurate as possible with quality information. I believe that's the primary purpose of the program.
I would say. I would say that that's true. I mean, even from before I even got in, I was talking to Cerebro. He's like, hey, you guys want me? I make a lot of negative videos about the Fox Next at the time and Marvel Strike Force. Is like, that's fine. Just do what you do. We just want it to be accurate with what you're saying. And if you're passionate and fair, then fine. It comes from a place of passion and not like pure hate. Then do what you guys do.
They don't. They don't have any say in what we say or don't say at all, but they want to give us as much information as possible so that we can make videos that are accurate. I believe that is the primary purpose. And like you said, sometimes we are playtesting things on their test server. Sometimes they're getting feedback from us. Sometimes we're reporting bugs. And, and it goes both ways. Some things they're getting benefits from talking to us. Sometimes we're getting information from them and we're able to make a video about it, right? So that is the point. This idea that we're shills or that we're told what to say or anything like that is frankly offensive.
I think I'm the most positive. So if anybody called a shill, it would be me. But I call them out on their BS as well. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like here's the thing, though. Like, what I act out on what I think is best, right, for this, whatever's going on. I typically form opinions on the game, and my opinions often change based on my relationship with Twitch chat. And this is a big shout, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I go on to Twitch every day or 6 days a week, and there are people there in chat. You start to learn their personalities, what kind of players they are, what their points are, and they change my mind on things. They bring things to my opinion, but largely, my opinions and my views on the game are based off of those interactions, and I do value them, right? And so, what I get annoyed with is when people think I should have a different opinion. And to those people that have a different opinion than me, make your own YouTube channel and become your own envoy. And then you can have your own opinions and leave me alone. Anyways.
Yeah, I agree. We present our own opinions, agree, disagree. Yeah. I don't agree with you sometimes. You don't agree with me sometimes. And that's fine. But just it's fine.
They're my own opinions. I'm largely here to play the game that I love. I love this game and share my experience with the game and have fun doing it, because this game is largely fun. But when a game that I love is going in a direction that I don't like, I'm gonna have thoughts about that, right? And a lot of those thoughts are coming from the people that I interact with daily on Twitch, and or comments that I read in the YouTube section, or Reddit posts, or things that I get off. I mean, it comes from a lot of different sources. It's and a lot of times, and you know this too, my opinions have been changed on things just by interacting with people in the community. There's a million opinions, and I'm pretty hard-headed too. Sometimes I have to hear the same thing from 5 different people before I change my mind on a topic or a view. So anyways, everything is just my opinion, and I'm trying to share my experience with as many people as possible. And I just want Marvel Strike Force to thrive. And some of the things that they do over there just are frustrating, right? And I oftentimes don't see things going in the right direction. And this is just one of them anyways.
Yeah, it's like a couple steps forward, a couple steps backwards, a couple steps, and I want some momentum in this game in a positive direction. And it's like every time we start to get some momentum, Scopely does something stupid, and like, everybody's angry again. And I just want to make fun videos like you. I just want to make videos about fun. I want to have fun in this game, and I want to have fun with the community. I want to have fun with other content creators, and just want to have fun. That's it. I don't want this stress. I don't want this drama. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you guys want to see why MobileGamer really left the Envoy program, make sure you check out his video that he's going to have to record. Because this blog post was the catalyst, but it wasn't why you really left. So any other thoughts, brother?
I really just love this game. I don't know what to say. Like, I've been playing it for more than 5 years. I like this style of game. I loved Galaxy of Heroes up until a point. I loved this game more, and I want to continue loving it, and that's it, right?
Yeah, me too. So hope you guys feel the same. Hopefully Scopely feels the same and focuses on fun and not entirely profit. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out what are the best teams in Marvel Strike Force ranked from best to worst, make sure you check out the video up there. I will see you guys next time. Ready for the Hulk Fist Bum MobileGamer? Hulk Fist Bum ValleyFlyin MobileGamer out.